Let's go to the key of G. One of the best songs I think that has come around in a long time is this one. You thought I was worth saving, so you came and changed my life. First line, this is a 1, okay? You thought I was worth saving, so you came. Now what do we got? I'm going to muddy the waters here just a little bit. The right hand, the singers are changing to a 5 chord. 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 1. Okay, but the bass is staying on G, which is 1. You thought I was worth saying 1. You came. Now, when you see this written, you're probably going to see a 5/1, a 5 over 1. 5 in the right hand, 1 in the bass. But really, technically, that's a 1 major 9. Okay, now I don't expect you to remember this, but I want to prove my point. The 1 chord is G, and if I play 1, 3, 5, 7, which is the F sharp, which I have in the right hand, what I have here by playing 5 over 1 is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and then repeating 5, 7, 9. Okay, and since the F is sharped, that's a major 7th interval. Okay, we talked about that a little earlier. Major 7th interval. We're in the key of G. Major 7th interval. So this is a major 9th chord. If you were to play what we consider a common 9th chord or a dominant 9th chord, that 7th would be flatted, which makes it a minor 7th. More common, maybe to your ear. But the major 7 has the F sharp. So it's really a 1 major 9. You're not going to see it that way. You're going to see 5 over 1. And that's okay. But I just wanted you to understand there's method to all of this. If you understand how these chords are built, it becomes a lot more clearer. Okay? You thought I was worth saving. 5 over 1 came and changed my life. Watch this. Hear that bass go down? There's a pretty big clue right there. Even though the right hand is still on 1. The second line, the singers are singing exactly the same chord. You thought I was worth keeping, so you cleaned me up inside. Okay, it's the same thing. 1, 5, 1, but the bass is 6. So this is a 6 chord. And that's something you'll probably pick up really quick because you'll hear that a lot. Okay? You may see this written 1 over 6. Most likely you'll see it written 6, 7. It's a 7th chord, and let me show you why. It's a 6 because we're using E as the bass. Okay? That's the 6th note in the G scale. So it's a 6 chord, and if I spell it out, 1, 3, 5, 7, and then I'm repeating myself again. 3, 5. Okay, 1, 3, 5, 7, 3, 5. That is an E minor 7th. A minor triad with a minor 7th interval. Okay, makes a minor 7th. Okay, so the bottom line with this little exercise is when you go to 6, most of the time you can play a 1 chord with the 6 in the bass and call that a 6, 7. Most of the time it's just going to be called 6, but it's really a 6, 7th. Okay, making sense? Okay, it's 1 over 6. But you'll never see it written, well, I shouldn't say never. You'll most likely not see it written that way. You'll just see a 6. Maybe a 6 with a little 7 because it's got the 7th in it. Going back to the first line. You thought I was worth saving 1. So you, 5 over 1. Now we go down. 6. And then the next line. Okay, the bass goes on down to 4. Again, the right hand, the singers are on a 1 chord. So it's a 1 over 4. Okay, nothing new. First time I heard that chord, I thought it was spectacular, about 100 years ago. And surely the presence of the Lord is in this place. Maybe you've heard it too. But that's the chord that was used right there on Lord, a 1 over 4. have 1 over 1 on the first line, and then 6, and then down to 4, bass, and the singers and the right hand are still playing 1. You thought I was to die for, so you sack. Then that E becomes flat, which makes that 4 chord a minor. So it's a 4 minor, sacrifice your life. Okay? And I'm going to stop right there, because the last part, so I could tell everyone I know. Now we're getting into another area where the bass note is not going to help you figure out what the chord is, and we'll pick up there next time and go from there with chords that aren't so obvious because of the bass note. All right? I hope that makes a little bit of sense, what I'm trying to explain to you. I'm just trying to help you understand how the chord progressions work so that you can hear them on your own. You thought I was worth saving. One last time. So 5 over 1. And this is a 6, 7. Then the bass going on down. Nice song. Simple to play, but it kind of gets my point across in dealing with identifying these chord progressions by thinking with intervals. So let me summarize. We build scales to make intervals. The intervals help us make chords. The chords we put into progressions and phrases and add a melody, and we make beautiful music every week. But your job the next few days, weeks, whatever it takes, just play around with these intervals. I know they're really elementary, and I'm repeating myself now, but spend some time learning the sounds that these different intervals make. You won't be sorry, because it'll do something magical for you. You'll begin to hear chords like you've never heard chords before, and that's a good thing. So take some time and mess with some intervals for a while. Do something noteworthy. We'll talk again next time.